really for both the municipal government Beijing and also for the central government, we initially kind of campaign to encourage our people to learn to speak English. Of course, the level of speaking Chinese, they are improving by the Chinese. But I think most importantly, we started to teach English from the middle school. In some states, from the senior grade of the primary school in the big city. To try to encourage students that while they need to have a command of Chinese, of course, but they need to speak English as their first foreign language. Because we believe that English is now the largest language. In terms of population, which is speaking language, Chinese is still the largest language. But in terms of the countries or agencies organization, English is the largest language in the world. And especially English is the language of science. For the scientific community, they speak English. Even French, Spanish, Germany, they have to speak English. So that's why it's for the promoting our economic development, we need to encourage our young people to speak English and to improve our software.
Let me ask you a more serious question now. China is the People's Republic of China. The word peoples is associated with communist countries. And so that means that China is a communist country. How communist is China? And I ask you because we have a president in the United States who is supposed to be having political leanings in that direction. And so we want to know what are we getting into by making friends.
No, this is a question I never heard before. I'm so tough representing in front of a number of distinguished audience.
But we are in friends, no secrets with friends.
Okay. Really, I think within the United Nations, we have with 192 members, we have different full titles of member states. Sometimes called Socialist Republic of Vietnam, Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Islamic Republic of Iran, China, People's Republic of China. So I think title really means something. So let me share with you that first I think this is something that is a kind of departure from our previous history. Because China was a country with a long civilization. We have a civilization of 5,000 years. Then we have a history of written language, Chinese language, written language, for over 3,000 years. 3,000 years. So with current Chinese characters. Of course, we simplify some, reform some characters, but that we have this back to 3,000 years ago. Then we have this, everybody talking about this dynasties. So we have this first unified dynasty, the Qin dynasty, was founded in 221 BC, before Christ. Now that means that that dynasty was founded in 2,132 years ago. Since then, until 1911, for over 2,000 years, China was ruled by emperors with the replacement of different dynasties. That's why I must come and ask you whether any of you could remember three dynasties in Chinese history. That means, you see, for over 2,000 years of feudal society ruled by the dynasty, by the emperor, then China really improved a lot in the feudal society, also contributed a lot to the history of humankind, but also suffered a lot in modern times. And you remember that in 1942, the British first came to China and launched the Opium War. And since the Opium War, China is becoming kind of, we call it semi-feudal, semi-colonial country, until the founding of the People's Republic of China. Because in 1911, of course, this last dynasty was overthrown by the revolution headed by the Kuomintang. But in reign 28 years of reign by Kuomintang, not until China was unified. And the foreign powers, including the US, they have this extraterritoriality in a number of cities, coastal cities in China. So actually, even during that period, China did not enjoy full sovereignty and independence. So that's why we take that to the founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949. It's really a turning point of our history. We found that this is a republic. We should get rid of our past history. Should be becoming a republic that be ruled by our people. That's what we call it, People's Republic. Secondly, of course, actually China, after founding of the People's Republic of China, actually in the initial years, we did not follow the socialist system. It's a kind of a nationalist system. Only since 1950, mid-1950s, we started to follow the former Soviet Union system of the socialist system. It's kind of a socialist system because we were governed by the Communist Party. But ever since the founding of the People's Republic of China, Chinese government and our people never claimed that we are a communist state. Why has been labeled a communist state? This is because of need. Because of the Cold War. And remember that during the Cold War, the Europeans, American politicians, American media, and European media tend to acquit China as a former Soviet Union. But actually that's not true. It's not true, not really true. We adopted the socialist system. But with our own characteristics. That's why, since 1979, when Chinese government decided to start to reform and open up, Deng Xiaoping, our former leader Deng Xiaoping, proclaimed that we need to follow a system, a role of development, as Chinese socialism with Chinese characteristics. They will gradually reintroduce market economy. Now you see, China, when you go to China, see, actually, entire country, both in rural and urban areas, you see, that place is a market economy. But in some sectors, there's a government regulation or government control. But for the entire economic operation, it's a market-based economy.
So can you say that China is therefore a capitalist communist country?
No, it's not good to say that.
Not good to say
Not
that.
good to say that. Even I think even at the international fora, countries do not talk in that way. Even for the United States, we do not talk to the United States as a capitalist country. We always see the United States as the largest developed country. We always talk as a qualified country in the economic way, not political way.
That is because you are a very polite person. I'm not a